For my Mitre Saw Bowl, I use a simple jig with a pin through a plywood piece, 2 clamps and 2 stops to prevent the plywood piece from moving and to keep the blank wood piece in position in the centre of the saw while performing the cuts. Before I start the cuts, I have already locked the sliding portion of the saw in position so it cannot move. When performing the cuts, make sure your fingers are well back from the spinning blade or anything else that may come into contact with it. Slowly rotate the bowl and make more cuts. I do this a lot of times. As you can see there, it takes a lot of cuts, but really only takes about 15 minutes. It's not that long. What you end up with is a fairly well smoothed bowl with a small dimple in the middle that you'll have to sand out. Next, I have to scrape off all the wax from around the edges of the plank, then sand it smooth as there's lots of ridges from the cutting process. Now I'm using my router with an ogee bit to cut a pattern into the bottom of the bowl, just for some visual appeal. Next I start hand sanding, the most fun part of every project. Then I get my V-tool after marking the line and cut a gouge around the bowl that I'm going to fill with some of this red chestnut spirit stain. I used a small panel pin to apply the stain into the groove I had created with the V-tool. It was rather slow and I got some outside of the groove, but that'll sand out easy. Now I use some food safe oil to give the bowl a finish. The oil really makes the spalting through the beech stand out. And here's the end product. I think the red stands out really well against the spalting through the beech, and the ogee bit did a good job on the bottom of the bowl.